everyone, so today's video is going to be another food video. These are my favourite sort of videos to film because I love food, I love cooking, and today I'm going to be meal prepping a bunch of stuff, so I figured I would vlog it for you guys. There are a number of reasons why I'm kind of bulk making some meals to freeze. Obviously everything is a little bit up in the air at the moment with coronavirus. There's rumours that we're about to go into lockdown in the UK, and I don't know when my next opportunity to go to a supermarket is going to be. I don't know if fresh veg and stuff is going to be available to buy in a couple of weeks' time. And I have a few bits in my fridge that I would rather just cook into a meal now, freeze it, and then I know in a couple of weeks' time if I can't get my hands on something fresh, I already have like a nutritious meal in the freezer that I just need to heat up. It also means that if I do get sick, I don't have to worry about cooking. I can just microwave my dinner and I've got a healthy meal to eat. And I'm also lazy, so even if I don't get ill, it's just one less thing I have to think about. Don't have to worry about cooking. I literally can just heat up my dinner and not stress. So they are sort of my reasons behind this. If you guys are in a similar sort of situation where you want to get some meals prepped as well, just in case, hopefully this gives you a little bit of inspiration. But yeah, I will show you guys what I'm going to be making. Okay, so I'm going to start off by making some soup. I'm going to be making sweet potato, red pepper and coconut soup. I am going to start off by cutting up all the veg and frying it in a little bit of oil. I'm then going to make some coconut milk using this and some hot water. I'm also going to add some stock. This is just a veggie stock cube, and then I'm going to season it with onion granules, curry powder, garlic powder and some salt and pepper. Basically just going to throw that in a pot and boil it until it's all cooked down, and then I'll blend it up. The soup is now bubbling away, so I'm going to get started on the next thing that I'm going to be making, which is going to be a big batch of chili / bolognese. So the base of both of these things is the same, so I'm just going to make that first and then split it up and season them differently. So I'm going to be using this meat-free mince from Asda. I've not actually tried this before. It is mushroom based. It looks pretty grim, but that is going to be the meat. And then I'm also going to add a can of green lentils. Whenever I make any sort of mince dish, I always add lentils just to bulk it out a little bit. I'm then going to be chopping up this veg really small. I'll probably use maybe half of this packet of mushrooms, and then I'm going to be using some tomato passata as the sauce. And then I'm going to split it up. In the chili, I'm going to add some black beans, and then I'm going to season it with this seasoning packet I picked up at Asda. A little bit of a cheat, but I couldn't be bothered to get all of the individual spices, so this is what I'm going to be using. And I also have this Cajun seasoning that I'm going to add a little bit of as well. And then into the bolognese, I'm going to add some oregano, some basil, salt, pepper, and then I've also got onion and garlic granules. So yeah, I can't actually start cooking any of this yet because I only have one pan that the soup is in, but I'm going to get started with all the chopping. Veg is now prepped. There's literally so much in this bowl. The soup has also finished cooking. I've let it cool down a little bit because I feel like you're not meant to blend super hot things. That might not be a thing at all, but either way, I've let this cool down and now I'm going to blend it up and then wash out the pan for the chili / bolognese. I'm going to start by frying off all this veg and just until it softens a little bit. I also need to defrost this mince, so I'm going to shove that in the microwave. And then it's pretty much just a case of adding all of these bits and letting it cook down, and that will be the chili and the bolognese done. Soup is done. I would recommend adding like double the liquid that I did to start with because I had to keep adding more liquid as I blended. Otherwise it was going to be the actual texture of baby food. but this is what it looks like now. I'm going to put it in a Tupperware and then carry on with the chili slash bolognese. I've been cooking down the veg for probably about 7 or 8 minutes now, and I'm going to add the mince and the lentils. The mince still looks as unappetizing now that I've defrosted it. I'm hoping once it's cooked it will look slightly nicer. I've also rinsed the lentils so they're ready to go, and then I'm going to add the passata as well. So this is the current mince situation. I'm now going to split it in half and add all the chili stuff into this pan and then all the bolognese stuff into this one. Definitely not the prettiest dish at the moment, but hopefully when it's done it will look slightly more appetizing. Ignore how messy I've made these pans, but the chili and bolognese are now done. I ended up using the whole spice packet in this chili, so I really hope it tastes okay. And then this is what the bolognese looks like. So I'm going to leave these to cool now so I can then put them in portions and freeze them. I'm also going to quickly make some vegan chocolate chip cookies. This is definitely not an essential while I'm in self-isolation, or like a meal prep essential in any way. But I really fancy some cookies and I don't have any snacks in, so this is going to be the final thing that I make today. This recipe is so good. I will leave it in the description. It's literally the best vegan cookies I've ever tried. But yeah, I'm going to make these now, and then I'm going to freeze the cookie dough so I can just cook a couple of portions at a time. So I guess it still counts as bulk prepping, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to get on with this now and then call it a night. Cookie dough has been made. I always try and use up any kind of leftover chocolate I have in my cupboard when I make these. So this is technically a quadruple chocolate cookie, I guess, if you include the cocoa powder. I used some of this dark chocolate from Morrison's. I used this little white chocolate bunny and then also a milk chocolate bar, just all chopped up in there. I've realised I don't have any baking paper, which I think is going to be an issue, so I'm just going to bake a couple of these for now on a greased baking tray, and then I'm going to freeze the rest and just hope that they don't stick together. I don't really know how to do it. If any of you guys have frozen cookies before, definitely let me know. This is just going to be a little bit of an experiment. I mean, I don't think it can taste bad because it's always going to be cookie dough, but I'm going to roll these into balls and then freeze the balls, and I'm hoping they won't all stick together, but we will see. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I honestly could just eat this bowl right now. Cookies are done and they look so good. Honestly, I cannot wait to have one of these. And the best news is they didn't stick to the tray, so that is very exciting. With the rest of the cookie dough, I just rolled them into balls and I've put them on a sandwich bag in the freezer. I'm hoping if I freeze them like this and then put them in a bag, they won't stick together, but I guess I will see how that goes. I'm also assuming that I'll have to cook them for a little bit longer, but I don't know how much longer, so that's going to be a bit trial and error as well. And then this is just a little overview of everything I've made today. I definitely intended to make a couple more other things. I really wanted to make a lentil dal, but to be honest, I don't think I'm going to have the room in my freezer for it. At this point in time, I don't even know how I'm going to fit all of this in there, so that's going to be an interesting experience trying to do that. And also, dal is mostly dried lentils anyway, so I feel like it's not a huge deal. That's definitely something I can make if I run out of fresh food, so didn't do that one. I also wanted to make some granola, but I have this muesli at the moment. It is really good. It's from Asda, and I figured I might as well use this up first, and then when I've run out of that, I will make that granola, so I will probably vlog that in a couple weeks' time. And then the last thing I wanted to make was some hummus, but I just didn't get around to it. So this is what I've ended up with, probably around 3 or 4 portions of soup, 3 portions of bolognese maybe, and maybe about 4 portions of chili, so not bad. Gonna have to bag this up and find room in my freezer for it now. But that has been my little meal prep video. I hope you guys enjoyed and maybe got a little bit of inspiration. Let me know any of your favourite meals to meal prep down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!